So Gary, how are the lads feeling after that disappointing defeat?
Yeah, massive disappointment for us today. Obviously, we came here with a game plan. We wanted to obviously win the game of football. That was our intention to come here today. When you look at the group of fixtures that we've got coming up, and you analyse where you can pick potential points up, this was a game today that we knew was going to be difficult. I don't think there's any game at this level of football that's proven that when you go into it, it's easy. They've made a few changes today to compensate our strengths, I believe, and our defending's cost us today. Simple as that.
I'm actually disappointed at the start, succeeding in the first goal in about the first 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it gives yourself a mountain to climb. I think it was actually 3 minutes of the kick-off, we concede a goal, a sloppy goal, and then of course you're chasing the game from that point. But I also think that we have to take responsibility today as a group, as a management team, as a playing staff. They have to take responsibility because we've just switched off in key areas and key times of the game today, and it's just when we look back through it, it's just going to be unacceptable. The defending, we can't justify it.
Also, the positive side, you must be pleased that they came back each time after the first 2 goals, scoring back.
Yeah, I mean, listen, every time we go forward, we always look dangerous. We look as though we're going to create, especially with Vinny in the team. But the disappointing thing for me today is that our quality in the final third again, even when our set pieces, we didn't, even when we got into good areas, in wide areas, and we've got an half decent opportunity to put a decent cross in, we didn't even miss the first man, and we didn't give our strikers or midfield attackers a chance to even go and attack anything today. And when you look back, and I'll analyse the video, and that will be key really, is that we do find ourselves in key areas. But I said to him before the game, let's tidy up in the final third and let's be better. Let's create more chances, but we're only going to create chances with quality.
Some fans might say when you think you've got someone like Vinny up front or even Tony Clark up front, that perhaps they should be crossing the ball in a bit more than which we are. Would you agree with that?
Well, yeah, definitely. Listen, the one thing that teams expect us to do is go back to front very quickly with somebody as the presence of Vinny up top, but what we try and do here is go into the final third with a bit of quality, because at the end of the day, every team we've come up against at this level of football, 9 times out of 10 have 6 foot plus centre halves that are very good in the air. So if we just keep lumping the ball up, and it comes back very cheaply, and this league is a second ball game league, and if we're not on the front foot and we're not picking up the second balls, we're on the back foot straight away. So what we're trying to encourage is that we go into that final third with a bit of quality, and when we get in there, we need that end product then, that quality ball into the box, like we did for Vinny's goal yet again. It's not rocket science, but when we put a decent ball into the box, the likes of Vinny, he's going to cause havoc in there, and he got another fantastic header today from it.
I saw Dan Crane back in goal today. What's the decision to bring him back?
Obviously Dan's got a lot of experience. It's nothing that realistically Lloydie has or hasn't done over the last couple of games. We just felt today, coming away from home and the way training's planned out over the last week, that we've made a decision and we've gone back with Dan Crane, and that's no detriment to what Lloyd's been doing. Lloyd understands, and what Lloyd's particularly going to do, he's going to work even harder now. He's promised us that we need that competition for places. We've made another enforced change today with David McDermott and Jamie Sheldon, but this is what we're trying to reiterate to our squad now, is that we have a squad of players that are all pushing for places now. So nobody's getting comfortable. Everybody realises that when they get that shirt, they need to keep it, and it's up to them. It's up to them to keep that shirt.
Also, looking ahead and going into Barwell, what are your thoughts going into that game?
Well, Barwell again, no easy games at this level. Barwell have signed a couple of players recently that are going to strengthen their squad. But we watched them a couple of weeks ago against Stourbridge. We've had them watched again since then, and we'll obviously try and pick on their weaknesses, and we'll try and exploit them. We're going to work hard in training this week, of course. And like I say, we'll have a game plan going into Barwell, but after today's results, I think we're going to have to start winning games of football.
Is it important to win against Bar when you consider you've got like Blythe and Buxton to come?
Well, listen, anybody on the day in this league can beat anybody. So when you look at it on paper, people expect to beat people. It doesn't always happen like that. And I think today's result, on the back of Corby's run, you can see when you get a little bit of momentum, no matter where you are in the league, no matter where you are, if you get a little bit of momentum going, it breeds confidence and the results just happen. So even though we're going into Blythe and we're going into Buxton and people like that, as long as we're on our game from minute 1 through to minute 90 or the 91st, 92nd, whatever it may be, I would back our squad of players to go and get a result no matter who we play against.
Thank you, Gary.
Okay, no worries.